Hey friends, here we are going to create a monochromatic self-portrait. Step 1 is going to be drawing your head shape. I chose an oval shape for mine, and now I'm going to show you some simple head shapes that you can make and choose on your own. So I started with an oval first to show for you, and then you could choose a square. If you have a more round shape, I drew that for you as well. Some people like to draw a little heart shape too. It's kind of cute. And then there's what's called an oblong shape, so it's a little bit longer on one end. And a diamond shape. Don't forget to add 2 curved lines for your neck and your shoulders. Next step, we're going to draw a nose. Here's my nose for you. I'm going to show you some different nose examples, starting off with the most simple nose, which is just a little bump, or if you want to add a little slope with that bump. You can also try an upside down question mark, or if your nose is a little pointy, you can put a little pointy edge. You can get a little more detail with 2 opposite curved lines and then another set of curved lines on the inside. Some of my older students, I would really encourage you to try some of these more detailed noses. I know they can be kind of intimidating to try at first, but if you just keep practicing on a separate sheet of paper until you get it right, then you should hopefully find some success. Make sure you're using those curved lines as well. Those are really helpful, especially when drawing the profile or the side view of the noses. Now that we have the nose in place, our next step is to draw our eyes. I know I'm going to be showing you on my project right here a lot of detail with the eyes, but just as I did for the other steps, I'm going to break it down with different options that you can have when choosing your own set of eyes for your drawing. Okay, so here we go. Here are some examples. You can have a round shape for your eyes, or you can try a football or an almond shape eye. Think about how close together your eyes might be, or if they are set a little bit farther apart. Definitely want to look in the mirror for this. Do you want to have your eyes closed? Are you in a sleepy mood in your picture? Or are you feeling kind of silly where you want to have one eye open and then one kind of winking at you? Think about where your eyes are looking. Are they looking straight on to the viewer, or might your eyes be kind of looking off to the side or down? So you can just kind of change the position of your iris and your pupil to make it look like you're either looking straight or you're looking off to the side or down. So here's a pair of eyes that I'm going to just draw all the way through with a little bit more detail in here. So I was talking about adding the iris, which is the colored part of your eye, and then the pupil, which is the black part. And then some people want to get really fancy and draw the little shine marks in the eye, or some of those little details like I'm adding right now. Of course, we've got eyelids when we close our eyes, so you can add that on top of your eye, or eyelashes. Girls and boys, you have eyelashes. This is where you can really have some fun with your project and adding some eyebrows. So I just added a normal set of eyebrows, but I'm going to show you some examples here where you can add some personality, like looking like you're surprised. Maybe you're feeling kind of worried. Maybe you're angry, where you kind of have the eyebrows pointing down a little bit. Or maybe you're just feeling calm, like the eyebrows I kind of had in my picture as well. You can also add some personality and some fun with your mouth. So I have mine open here, just because I wanted to add a little bit of silliness to my picture, but I'm going to show you some different examples next. So you can start off with a simple curved line, or you can add some little cheeks on the side of them with some more curved lines. A lot of curved lines. You can have your tongue sticking out. Maybe you just ate a tasty treat and you're licking your lips. Maybe you want to show off your teeth, so I start off with that banana shape, and then a line through the middle, and then straight lines for the teeth going up and down. Or maybe you're like, grr. For an open mouth, you want to start off with, again, that same banana shape. And I usually think of the tongue as like an M shape. And I like to color the background black because it kind of shows a little bit of that perspective, like we have right here. For the lips, start off with a curved line, and then same as the tongue, you kind of want like an M shape on the top, and then you finished off with another curved line at the bottom. Let's take a tally on how many times I say curved line in this video. It's all about those lines and shapes, my friends. All about those lines and shapes and detail. Step 6, we're going to be adding our ears. So depending on how much they're showing, you can add a little bit of detail or a lot of detail. I always start with the C shape. On one side it's going to be the C, and then one side is going to be backwards. But you can see how I'm adding some more curved lines for the details on the inside. So look at your ear in the mirror and take a look at what it looks like inside there, which we kind of overlook that every so often, but there's some interesting shapes going on in here. So here's what an ear looks like on each side of the head. I only needed one, so. And now on to hair. So this is really going to be the most challenging part, but I think you all can do it. And especially if you think about it in lines and shapes. So you can see I'm adding my hair on here for my example, and I'm going to show you some other different examples which hopefully show your hairstyle or can help you think about yours. So think about the shape first. I'm drawing some short hair, which I just drew the shape first, and then some straight lines. There's a curly example where I just used kind of like a bumpy curly line. Here are some braids. So I did some rows of these, almost like these football or these oval shapes. And sometimes if I want to add a little bit more detail in there, I'll add little X's. So I have a few different examples that I put up in the corner of this page. And I'll be sending examples of these as well. Some of you have some really awesome cut designs in your hair. So if you have that, add that in. Here's some longer hair versions. So I think about starting with the part sometimes and just drawing that little line and then going from there with some other flowing lines or some curly lines, and giving it a little bit of volume and some shape inside. Oh, I love this hairstyle with the little puffs. So you can just use some curly lines to create that shape. And then here's another example with longer braids looking from the front. Thinking about those kind of wavy lines or that football or oval shape. And then here are some more braids with some curly flowing hair in the back, kind of like in a ponytail. So just some examples, but feel free to make up your own. So the last steps with this project are just adding any details that you might want to put in there, such as like earrings or your clothes. As you can see that I added in there, or adding a background. Of course, you guys all know me well. I love the mountains, and that's where I wish I could be right now. So naturally, I put that in the background. And since this is a monochromatic picture, you want to think about what one color that you're going to use to color this whole picture. And you all know my favorite color is blue, so I'm using different shades of blue. Right now, luckily, I have a variety of different art materials, so I can get those different shades of blue. But say if you only have one blue crayon or one blue colored pencil, you can get different shades of that one color by either pressing hard for a darker shade or pressing a little bit lighter for a lighter shade. So I can't wait to see what you guys come up with, and please send me your pictures because I miss seeing your faces, and this is a really great way for us to connect and for me to see you and how you're feeling. So please send them to me soon. Can't wait to see you. Bye.